Now you can see it's starting to really spread out the rivets or the ripples in the vinyl. This is a good thing. When you see this, you know you're making progress. Again, more heat. Starting to dry out, add a little bit more water. Using your finger, continue to work this decal, like so, pushing the water out from underneath the decal. Notice how it's starting to sit down. Also notice my transfer tape. These are not ridges from the vinyl here, folks. This is the transfer tape starting to become loosened from the decal. This is a good thing. The more water and heat you apply to this, the transfer tape is designed to break loose from the decal to aid in the release. Where am I at this point? Again, let me rephrase, this is not wrinkles in the vinyl. Look how the vinyl is sitting down perfect here, where I peeled the transfer tape back. This is the transfer tape. Don't mistake these wrinkles for your vinyl. My other problem areas are right here and right here. So we're going to add a little bit more water so that they can conform. And we're going to add a little bit more heat. A little bit more water and some mild pressure should work these wrinkles right out of the gas tank. You can finish off the job with your application tool, trying to get any excess water out so it does not get absorbed back underneath the decal. At this point, you can wet the entire decal back down. This area we haven't been worked on in about 5 minutes now, so it has dried. We want to keep it damp to aid in the release of the transfer paper and see how we did with the decal. Again, you can rub the soapy mixture in to help release it and peel it back. The big misconception is people want to take the transfer paper and pull it straight up. This is wrong. You want to take the transfer paper and pull it horizontally or perpendicularly back from the decal. Perpendicular would be like this, that's wrong. Horizontally like this is correct. This puts less stress on the decal itself, and as you can see, the decal went on perfect. I don't see any air bubbles, any water bubbles, etc. If you do get a water bubble in your work, do not grab the applicator and try to work it out. It will not come out. You will scratch the decal. What you need to do is take a razor, like so, and a very sharp razor at that, and cut the water bubble, cut a very small slice in it. Use your finger, start at the edges of the water bubble, and work the water out of the slice that you put in the decal. Use a paper towel. Take the water and dab it. Absorb the water out so that it cannot be sucked back in underneath the decal. There is a lot of pressure in there. You don't realize it, but the water will get sucked back in underneath the decal. At this point, the main portion of the tank decal is applied. This is a compound curve and is about as hard as it gets right in here. At this point, you want to take your towel and you want to wipe this area down for the other part of the decal. Do not apply rubbing alcohol to the decal at this point. It will make the ink run. Here's the decal that we're going to apply into this area. Again, I am reaching over the tank, so if I don't line up this black edge with this black edge, it's not very important. It's the basic point that we're trying to get across here to our customers. This is where the decal is going to go. We will spray the area with water, soapy water. We will remove the decal from the backing paper. We'll take the backing paper and throw it away. And we'll take the decal and spray it with soapy water. We'll then turn it around and we'll line up our edges. This is a little bit of a different situation because you're lining up two different variables in the decal at one time. First variable you're lining up here is this black edge at the tip of my finger. This has to line up with the black edge on the other side of the 80. Or you can start from this edge and line up this edge. Again, I can't see very well because I am reaching over this gas tank, so please bear with me. At this point, you want to make sure that the relief between this white portion of the decal here above my thumb that goes all the way across, and the white portion of the top decal here is correct. It looks to be good. I've got about, I would say, 3/16 of an inch gap in between the two. I'm happy with the placement of the decal. I'll now apply water to the top, soapy water to the top, and again I will start at the center and create a pivot point with the squeegee. At this point, this area is now permanently adhered to the tank. From this point, this is a very simple apply. We're going to maybe run this way, run this way. Here's a wrinkle. I don't think it's going to be a problem that we're going to need to use too much heat, maybe just a little, to get that vinyl to be a little bit more workable. And we're going to use the squeegee and just push it down. Working the water out from underneath the decal. You can see the water splashing around. That's all coming out from underneath the decal. Using some mild pressure to finish it off. You'll notice that the transfer tape is now starting to loosen from the decal. Whenever you pull the transfer tape away from the corner of a decal, like you see here, it's always important to take your finger and help hold that corner of the decal down. There isn't a lot of surface area and adhesion right there, so it's important to do so. Take your finger and again, pull horizontally to the decal. You can see the release from the transfer paper from the decal, and the tank is done. Again, this may be shifted a little bit this way, but like I said, I am reaching over the gas tank. Please bear with me. At this point, you can take your soapy water, spray the tank down, because you will have water spots and the like, and take some clean paper towels, and very carefully, paying close attention not to pull up a corner of the decal, as the water, it does evaporate on its own. Remove any water spots, make life easier for your painter, or if you're painting for yourself. Clean your work area. At this point, this side of the gas tank is done. The other side will be a simple mirror process. Your painter, when he gets the tank, I would recommend using a cheesecloth or a wax cloth to remove any dust particles or the like. Do not use any chemicals, do not use Windex, do not use auto body prep liquid. It will make the inks run. These decals for your steel tanks that are designed to be clear coated are very vulnerable. They will not react to clear coat if done correctly.